is calcification in the diaphragm. A secondary finding is anything that would be associated with plaquing. Okay, so initially that's just reticular markings, things like the tenting, lack of expansion. And then occasionally we'll see some changes that might represent calcification or pleural plaquing, much like we saw with the TB patient, okay, to start with today. And that's not visible in this patient, okay. All right, so as we look at this particular film, I think you can probably all recognize that there's some abnormality here, right? And now, how would we classify this? Is this nodular, miliary, alveolar, reticular? Which one of those would be correct? Reticular, bunch of streaks. Okay, a bunch of streaky lines. Okay, and that represents kind of a fibrotic change. On the right side, we're almost getting to a point where it's almost looking like there are a bunch of circles in there. It's like it's heading toward honeycombing. Right? Remember, honeycombing is where you get bronchiectasis. It's kind of end-stage lung disease, right? So this patient's on a bad route here. You can see that same reticular pattern here. And you can appreciate that the left hemidiaphragm is elevated, probably because they're not getting good expansion. Now when we look closely, you can see very thin white line. Can you all see that right there? It's a little harder to see on this side, barely visible. And you can see a bit of it right here as well. Okay, and a little bit of it right here. Okay, so that's the calcification in the diaphragm. Now these are old films.